welcome back to the Short Vol Show. My name's David Lincoln, and you are here with me, and I am broadcasting from Cape Cod, Massachusetts, home of the Pilgrims. And I don't apologize, I haven't come on for a little bit, but things have been going really well, actually. The account is up something like over 50% in the last month, which is great. Mostly on the back of Coinbase, which I've been trading lately, and I did jump into Bed Bath & Beyond the other day, and that's kind of the theme of this video, a little bit to talk about Bed Bath & Beyond. Fortunately, I did bail out of my position yesterday in time to avoid the down move. You look at the chart behind me here. If I kind of move a little bit sideways out of the way here, we can look at the chart a little better, but you can see really this huge rally here in this stock, and this is mostly due to activist investor Ryan Cohen, and it being published that he owned all these calls in the stock. Stock up 300% in about a month, and earnings came out, and earnings were bad. Now this is almost like the setup that a lot of these Reddit people are looking for, which is like, well, a short interest. There is like 42% short interest, I guess, in the stock, but which there's nothing wrong with looking for short interest to try to squeeze something, but earnings dismal, right? They could do a lot of things to fix some of their problems, but basically brick and mortar stores is a similar situation to GameStop in a way. Brick and mortar stores, we know that Ryan Cohen, the billionaire investor, had gotten into this stock. Now, just to refresh your memory, Ryan Cohen made his money as CEO of Chewy, which is a online pet website where you can buy pet food, pet everything for your dog and cats and other pets. He sold that, and that's when he became a billionaire, and then got into GameStop, notoriously through the whole meme thing of a year ago, January, with GameStop and AMC exploding to the upside. He made more money in that. As we look at GameStop today, post-split, it's split in, I believe, June or July, but post-split, stock been holding up pretty well and kind of benefiting from the rally and these other issues. However, back to Best Buy. I'm sorry, I always say that. Best Buy. Bed Bath & Beyond. I get them constantly confused, and I even write them wrong. Bed Bath & Beyond had this huge rally up to 30 after having just dismal earnings, and it just didn't really make sense. Why would the stock rally so much on just such bad news? And unlike the situation that we saw in some of these other meme stocks where they not only held their gains but went higher, this one did collapse pretty quickly, right? So within 1 or 2 days, you can see here's the story of it. Now, we've seen these issues like rally and then stay up, right, or make another leg higher. But in this case, I would say more of like a normal situation where it kind of just bailed out. Now, we are seeing a little bit of a rally come on this morning, but yesterday with this around, I had a position on targeting $20 when it was the session here where it says high 30. At the end of this session, we were in the somewhere around 22. I was targeting the 20 strike as where I wanted this to land up, and I had calendar spreads on. So essentially short the 20 straddle, right? And so that was working for me. But yesterday morning, we saw this move down and almost bounced off 16 right here. And I got nervous about my position. Now, this is a small account I'm trading right now, and so I have to contend with a pattern day trading rule. Pattern day trading rule is saying you can only have up to 3 round trips in a 5-day period. Now, hold on one second. I'm just going to make sure that I am actually broadcasting to you here. Let's just take a step back. Just give me 2 seconds. Let me just check my streaming software and make sure that I am indeed broadcasting to you here. It appears that I am good. All right. Um, so targeting the 20 strike here, and yesterday morning with this dip down to 16, I started to get cold feet. And so, however, I'd done a bunch of trades already that day, and to get out of my position was going to cost me probably 2 round trips. And so I had this condor to get out of where I was short the 2017 put spread and short the basically 30, 35. Well, actually, I had a straight on Condor, so I was long like the 25-22 put spread and short the 17-20 put spread. And so to get out of it, it was going to cost me 2 strikes, 2 round trips. I already had 1 round trip, so having it cost me 2 round trips wouldn't be a problem because then I'd be at 3 round trips and I still wouldn't be flagged, but I would have no more round trips to use. As I had 1 round trip coming off this morning. However, when I put the Condor on, the software counted the Condor as 3 round trips, making me flagged as a pattern day trader, which would have meant that the account would have been closing only for 90 days. So I kind of like freaked out and got on the phone right away with TD Ameritrade, and they had somebody look at it, and after a 2-hour phone marathon, they realized that the software had done it wrong, and I actually had 2 round trips. So so they took one of the round trip day trades off my account, making it so that my account didn't get flagged this morning, which was important to me. But more important than that was that I actually did do that trade, which got me out of this downside risk. So when I looked at this yesterday evening, all of a sudden the stock gapped from 18 and change down to 10, right? Between 4 and like 6 at night. That's this move right here. And fortunately, I avoided a huge bullet and was not harmed on that down move, right? So, but let's not talk about my positions. Let's talk about the whole situation here. So the reason why this stock made the down move. Now, many times with a stock, you can't really point to something, at least in the moment, of why a stock is making one move this way or that way. Sometimes you obviously can, but many times, especially with like a market index or something, it's hard to say in the moment why a move is happening. However, in this case yesterday, we knew right away why the move was happening, and that was because a story came out in several media publications saying that Ryan Cohen, activist investor, the person who really spurred on this rally started last week when it became known that he not only owned a bunch of shares, which people knew that ahead of time, but I think less people knew that he had bought a bunch of call options on this stock. And when that became public knowledge, people jumped on board and all these people bought the stock, right? Well, the news came out yesterday afternoon that he had sold not only all his shares, but all his options and was out. He got out completely of this stock. And when people heard that, they raced to the exits, and you saw this down move to 10 here. Now, once again, we are seeing a little bit of a rally this morning in here, but safe to say a lot of people got just hammered on this because people have been able to profit on Ryan Cohen, on his basically coattails for a while now, where like he in GameStop, it became known that he had bought shares and the thing went straight up and a lot of people made a lot of money. In this case, you could have made money, but you had to get out right away. You had to get out that day or the day after because, as this chart once again shows, as I pull it back up again, there was only 1-2 days when this was up here, right, where you could have gotten out around 25, 27, even, possibly closer to 30 if you bailed right before the open a couple days ago. But when the news came out that he'd sold all the shares, this stock gap from 18 back down to 10. And like I said, we're seeing a little bit of a rally this morning, and it might make it to 12. However, several people have pointed out online that a lot of shares traded up around this area of 25 to 27, right? So there's a lot of people who got just obliterated on this move. Their value of their shares cut more than in half within a day or two. So, and I came online last night onto StockTwits, and there people were just bashing each other, and it's it's not a cool thing to do. I understand trolling and all of that, but coming online and just saying, "Oh, you're a bunch of idiots. You deserve to get smashed," and laughing at people's losses is, don't you have something better to do than laugh at people's losses? We all lose money trading, right? All of us. And if you not losing money, if you have never lose money trading in the market, then you haven't been doing it for very long, right? Maybe you got lucky one time. All of us lose money. So bashing people because they're on the wrong side of a trade is a I kind of believe in the trading gods and karma, and you're asking to get beat up by karma if you're bashing people like that, right? We all need a little luck in life to be successful, and your luck gonna run out if you're just bashing other people. At least that's my theory on all of that. So, it's great if you made money on the down move. A lot of people got crushed on this, I'm sure, in the last, a lot of people yesterday afternoon, they looked yesterday afternoon, or maybe they're coming in today and seeing, oh my gosh, this thing's below 12 right now, and got hurt. So, so coming online and these people coming online just bashing, like, oh, there was one person yesterday, they started an account in StockTwits in June, right? And they've got like 25 followers, and they're like, you should have listened to me. I told you so. Who's going to listen to a random stranger online and make financial decisions based on what some random stranger says, right? I don't expect you to listen to me. I'm an experienced market maker with an established track record, and I still don't expect people to listen to me and my financial ideas, but even less listening to just some random person on StockTwits, and the person says, "Oh, I told you so. You should have listened to me." It's just nonsense. These people bashing each other. Anyway, so we'll see if this comes back a little bit, but I think this is going to be like, the excitement's over in BBBY for now, I would say, and we're probably just going to putter around 10 here for a while, but who knows the future. So that one, I did get out of the position yesterday, and I made a couple bucks on the down move, but no big shakes. The one that's going to hurt me today after several green days in a row, Coin, currently down $8, and that's not going to be good for me because I'm essentially short like the 83 straddle here and down $8. I just needed one more day of hanging in there, and it didn't hang in there. It just tanked. So we'll see. It's off the lows a little bit here. If we could make a move back to 80 today, that would be wonderful, and I'll get out of my position and thank the trading gods. But it's been a good run for me at Coin in the last month, and certainly looks like I'm going to give some back today, but still grateful to the trading gods for the blessings of this year put on me. I haven't been trading UVXY and VIX products for a little bit, and so it's a little it's going to be a little strange for those people who follow the channel looking for VIX info. Certainly, we are looking at a down day coming in today with NASDAQ down 143 and E-minis down 34, and you can see that the results of that with the VIX popping above 20 here. UVXY down below $10 now, and so the conversation will start about when is this going to split again, right? If you look at this chart in UVXY, it's just been beautiful to the short side here. Look at this beautiful down move, and those trading this as a short, as a proxy for being long the market, everybody's done real well. Brent, those who get Brent's newsletter, shout out to Brent. He steered you in the right direction, and you've been having a good run here. I wouldn't necessarily, if you haven't been trading UVXY the short side for a while, I wouldn't necessarily jump in right here. I know wherever you jump in, if you have enough time on your side, you will make money to the short side with this. However, we have had a pretty impressive run here, and don't expect it to continue forever. We usually see some sort of pop or disturbance or spike at some point every couple months, and we're about due for some sort of spike here. So So I would wait for a pop in volatility if you are going to jump onto the short side here. We can look quickly at the term structure, and then I'll let you go here. And we have, once again, a down day and a little pop in volatility. However, we've had so many green days and a pretty relatively calm market environment that the curve is looking very healthy here, and just looking very normal. And that just due to, time goes by and we have a pretty stable market for a while, and the curve stays healthy, and just a little pop like today, a little down move like today doesn't really mess that up too much. You can see here contango at over, approaching 8% here, and the curve looking really healthy. Now this isn't predictive, however, we could see this market kind of come back a little bit. I think the fact that Bitcoin is way down almost 10% today is really kind of weighing heavily on the market. That certainly is going to be why Coinbase is down. Also, a negative news story coming out about Coinbase and difficulty with the app. From that, we'll move on. There's been exciting news in a whole bunch of different stocks as the market has been an exciting place to play in as of late. We had a rally. If we look at a stock like Square, it's kind of sort of indicative of many stocks, in that many stocks in this market have come off the lows, right? You can see here's the down move, come off the lows. And now the question is, does it give some of that back, or do we continue to move higher? If we look at also a stock like your Tesla, really has had a pretty big comeback, right? Or your Netflix. And the question is, does the rally continue, or do we move sideways from here? Because it certainly was an intelligent play when we were way down here to kind of bottom feed and see these things probably going to come off the lows. But at this point, do we move sideways? Do we go up or down? It's hard to call. But a great run recently in VIX products to short, and there's been action and two-way paper in a lot of these stocks. I am still long Square, which is I've got pounded a little bit. I've been scalping back and forth, but my average price to get back into it was like 81, and now we're down to 77. So looking for this market to kind of turn around today and come back. We'll see if that happens. Thanks for checking in with me. I love you all, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye now.